Scotland.
And that's nightly news for this Friday. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
Capital One College Bowl.
I'm pumped up.
All right, pace yourself, bro. Rival colleges competing for $1 million in scholarships. I'm your host, Quiz Show King.
No comment.
Capital One College Bowl premieres tonight on NBC.
Like most people, I bust my butt day in and day out. I earn every dime of my paycheck. It's the Wisconsin way.
But Governor Tony Evers supports paying welfare benefits to people who won't work, even after they turn down job offers.
That's a disgrace.
That's a disgrace.
It's a slap in the face to hardworking people like us.
Tony Evers should know better.
Tony Evers should know better, but he doesn't.
Tony Evers, our failed liberal governor.
Howard Young Urgent Care. Get in, get out, get well.
Straight ahead on Newswatch 12 at 6, tonight is another edition of Friday Night Blitz. Saul Meyer joins us from Crandon to break down the game of the week. Plus, it's Suicide Prevention Week. We'll explain how Aspirus is raising awareness about the resources available. And 4 people are in custody after a shooting in Uvalde. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 at 6 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukage. It's Friday, so you know what that means, high school football. Saul Meyer is in Crandon for the Friday Night Blitz game of the week between Tomahawk and Crandon.
That's right, Jessica. Tomahawk's Cinderella season has taken them to Crandon this week for a very physical matchup with the Cardinals. Tomahawk is 3-0 on the year, which is a record that very few predicted they would have. They're taking on a tough team in Crandon who went toe-to-toe with Hurley week 1. Tomahawk says that the one thing we should watch out for is an old-school physical game.
The Northwoods Football Conference is good football, week in and week out, and we get ready for a meat grinder here for the next 3 or 4 weeks, and you have to show up every single week ready to play. And we told the kids they have to match the intensity that they did for the first 2 weeks, because we're going to find ourselves in some dogfights here.
Football is full of cliches, but sometimes if you believe into them, you can be motivated and more successful than your opponent. One of those cliches is to take it 1 week at a time, and Coach Hernandez and his team have used that to fuel their great start.
I'm telling you, again, it's cliche, but our kids have bought into that. We don't talk about what's ahead. Instead, we talk about putting all of our focus into what we've got to get ready for Friday night.
Be sure to tune back in tonight at 10 for the Friday Night Blitz featuring our Game of the Week from Crandon. Reporting here live in Crandon, I'm Saul Meyer, Newswatch 12.
Scattered showers are threatening Friday night football. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller's tracking the rain. Jeff?
Yeah, hey, Jessica. A very active radar out there right now across parts of western and central parts of Wisconsin, all moving toward the east very slowly. So it's already raining in parts of Vilas County, back toward Price County, heavily in Price County right now. But notice how it's not moving very quickly to the east at all. It's moving more toward the north, but still, there's a front in the area that will likely bring us some rain showers tonight. Here's Manchwish Waters now, where it's raining currently. Again, there's no lightning in here, but there will be a couple quick downpours tonight into tomorrow and throughout the day tomorrow as well. So lots of cloud cover out there tonight, scattered rain showers pretty much all night long. And tomorrow, this front's going to stall over us. We'll get wave after wave of rain showers tomorrow, and that rain will begin to add up. And it's changing temperatures too. We have 80s over here, 50s over there. The 50s are going to win. High temperatures only in the low 60s tomorrow. Our forecast then tonight, though, is scattered rain showers out there from northwest to southeast and low temperatures down near 54. Your full forecast is coming up. Jessica.
Thank you, Jeff. It's Suicide Prevention Week across the country. Every 11 minutes, someone in the United States commits suicide, and suicide rates are higher in rural areas like the Northwoods. Senator Tammy Baldwin says 988 is a resource that people can use if they need help.
This 988 number allows people to access appropriate services, and it doesn't. It can be also used by those who have a loved one that they're fearful is in a mental health crisis.
Feeling isolated, feeling hopeless, or showing rage are all sides of suicide. Heidi Pritzel, licensed clinical social worker from Aspira, says if you're experiencing any of those symptoms, you should seek help immediately.
As a community, the more people we train, the more people that learn about mental health and suicide, the greater educated we will be to identify those people and to be able to listen.
You can call 988 if you need any help. It's free and available to anyone, everywhere, 24 hours a day. Parents are suing the Eau Claire Area School District over its guidance supporting transgender students. The district is allowing students to change their names and pronouns without parental consent. The administrative guidance encourages its staff to meet with transgender students about using different bathrooms and playing sports on teams that match their gender identity. Two conservative groups are representing those parents. The parents say the guidelines violate their religious liberty and constitutional right to make decisions about their children. The lawsuit's asking the court to strike down the guidance. The Eau Claire School District declined to comment on that lawsuit. Flags are flying at half-staff throughout Wisconsin this weekend to remember the nearly 3,000 people killed on 9/11. Yesterday, Governor Tony Evers ordered flags to fly at half-staff to honor the victims of the September 11, 2001 terror attack. Flags will be flown at half-staff through Sunday night. Governor Evers also declared Sunday as a state day of service and remembrance. The day is meant to inspire the community to do good and commemorate the lives lost. In Texas, 2 people are hospitalized after being shot at Uvalde Memorial Park Thursday night. Police say the shooting stemmed from a physical fight and involved rival gangs. 4 suspects are now in custody. John Barajas has more.
Everybody's going to be on pins and needles, but like I said, we've got plenty of DPS officers at these schools, local officers. I know the trust is not there, but we will be there. We will not let this community down again.
Uvalde police say the shooting call came in around 5:30 this evening. According to a post by Uvalde police, the victims' names have not been released, but we know they're juveniles. At this time, police have not shared any details on the suspects in custody. The mayor tells us the rival gangs involved in this shooting have been fighting for the last 6 to 7 months here in Uvalde.
Tragedy again, a gunshot in our park. But again, we need the community's help to find these people.
The shooting comes as the community is still on edge after the May 24th massacre at Robb Elementary School. 21 people died, including 19 students and 2 teachers. Law enforcement's slow response to the shooting has been heavily criticized. The Sakagan Chippewa community is gearing up for a celebration. Coming up after the break, we'll explain how they're blessing this year's rice harvest. That's After Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
Dear Senator Johnson, living on a fixed income, it's a struggle. I paid into Social Security and Medicare every paycheck. So it was a slap in the face when you voted to weaken Medicare. That would increase out-of-pocket costs. And when you wanted to let Wall Street gamble with Social Security, Senator Johnson, you look out for yourself and your fat cat donors, but have forgotten about us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Perkins Burger, Fries, and Pie Combos are back, starting at $10.99. Mix and match any of our 100% Angus beef burgers with fries and a slice of any of our pies. And don't forget to order pumpkin pies and muffins from our bakery. Order online at perkinstogo.com.
If you're a contractor or do-it-yourselfer, make Argonne Lumber your first stop. High-quality materials, personalized service, expert staff, and delivery are just some of the things Argonne Lumber is known for. Stop in and smell the lumber at Argonne Lumber, 2 locations in Argonne and Rhinelander.
Carpet City. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center and get the toughest waterproof floors in the industry, where they're in stock and on sale. Rigid Maximum XL is 50% thicker and 30% longer, resulting in maximum durability, which is perfect for active families and pets. Not to mention, it's easy to install. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center to get your Rigid Maximum XL waterproof floors today. Carpet City, our prices will floor you.
He wants to be a firefighter, a doctor, a teacher, and he wants to be their governor. But Tim Michaels said funding public schools is the definition of insanity.
We're already throwing so much money at education.
He'd drain millions from public schools to help fund private schools in Milwaukee, and even consider ending the Department of Public Instruction. Tim Michaels wants to be governor for 4 long years. But what matters more to you, his future or theirs?
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead costs.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
We made it. The second weekend of September is here. It's going to feel like it, too, with temperatures hanging out in the 60s tomorrow with some rain showers. Speaking of rain showers, here's the radar. A very active radar currently across parts of central and north central Wisconsin. Let's dive in here. There's lots of football games going on tonight, and here we are. It's been raining for several hours across portions of western Vilas County, Iron County, and Price County. This line, though, if I hold my hand here, you can see it's not moving very quickly to the east, right? It's moving more toward the north, but it is kind of nudging in this direction. So all of us will get some rain showers in the next 1 to 2 to 3 hours, moving from northwest to southeast across our region. And once it starts raining, it's likely going to keep raining on and off through tomorrow into early parts of Sunday. Here's the heaviest rain right now, though. Price County, Park Falls, Prentice, back toward Medford currently. Again, moving to the east at about 10 miles per hour. Individual rain moving to the northeast at 30 miles per hour. So overall, the rain showers are on the way for us tonight. Here we are at Manitowich Waters right now where it is raining. It's been raining heavily there for a couple hours this afternoon. Again, this rain is going to come over the entire region tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. Here in Rhinelander, no rain yet. The skies are cloudy, though, now. The sun has gone away, and we're looking for a couple days of clouds now with rain showers pretty much in the forecast through tomorrow into Sunday and probably now into Monday morning. So here's the future cast, right? So looking at tonight, about 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, notice how we keep getting wave after wave after wave of rain showers, and that front's going to stall over us tomorrow. So we have several opportunities for rain throughout the day tomorrow. Likely no thunderstorms in here, but overall you get the idea. Pockets of heavy rainfall that will begin to add up. In fact, a couple of you, there's some guidance now that could get 1 to 2, even 3 inches of rainfall across parts of central Wisconsin tomorrow into early parts of Sunday. Overall, though, a widespread soaking rainfall around a ½ inch or so, maybe an inch by tomorrow afternoon. Okay, so temperatures behind the front. Here we are in the 50s right now. Meanwhile, ahead of the front, sunshine and 80 still at this hour in Green Bay. It was 84 there earlier, and the cool air is going to win. So here is the air right there. That's moving our way for tomorrow and for Sunday into Monday. The warm air is being pushed off to the east. So overall, it's going to feel much differently this weekend. 64 tomorrow, 65 for Sunday. I know, 67 for Monday, followed by a return of some 70s, some mid-70s back in the forecast Tuesday, Wednesday, into Thursday. So very comfortable air on the way. The weekend, though, more of an inside weekend, right, with those rain showers around and temperatures hanging out in the 60s. Your forecast then for tomorrow is rain showers scattered, many dry hours too, with highs in the low to mid 60s tomorrow. Further south, there could be a 70 in here. That's probably going to be a stretch, though. Basically mid 60s tomorrow with rain showers across central Wisconsin as well. Our forecast tonight, though, is showers and a couple of thunder showers out there. Nothing severe. A couple pockets of heavy rainfall. Look for low temperatures down near 54 and a northwest breeze around 5. For tomorrow, all right, so scattered rain showers out there again, on and off all day long. There could be many dry hours in there as well. With high temperatures, a big change, a huge change. 64 tomorrow with a north breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress keeps those showers around tomorrow, also for Sunday, maybe a couple showers early Monday, then drying out throughout the afternoon. 67 and 70s return, though, for us on Tuesday into Wednesday. Jessica?
Thank you, Jeff. Summer's winding down, so one Northwoods nonprofit is wrapping up its summer hours. Following Labor Day holiday earlier this week, the Rhinelander Historical Society will now be open by appointment only. The society says they're happy with the summer season turnout.
It's been a great year for people sharing things with us, and again, that's what we exist for.
Recently, the museum has received a number of small items for its collection. Those include a handful of classic books, hand gloves, and an old map of a one-room schoolhouse.
Our mission here was two things. One was to bring this house back so that people could walk inside and see what a house looked like around 1900. And then the second goal was to become a depository for Rhinelander-related items. And so people are sharing a lot of items with us.
While the museum had to turn down some bigger items due to room availability, they still love seeing what the community members are willing to share. They're a volunteer run and always looking for more help. If you're interested in helping or setting up a tour, you can visit their website. Wild rice is a large part of northern Wisconsin life, especially for the communities of the Secaucus Chippewa of Mole Lake. This year's harvest has been one of the best on record so far, and they're looking to celebrate with a Manoomin powwow. Newswatch 12's Michael Lodholtz spoke with the organizer about their special way of celebrating through the best of beat of their drums.
It's kind of an overwhelming feeling. Secaucus Chippewa community drummer Eric Amundsen has loved to drum his whole life and is excited to host the first ever Manoomin powwow this Saturday in Mole Lake. There's a lot to it when it comes to a drum. There's a lot of honor and respect. Drummers and dancers will be gathered to celebrate and bless the wild rice harvest on their special drums. Tobacco is handed out to the community prior to the date the drum is being made. The tobacco is used as a conduit to bless the drums. Most of them are either moose, elk, or buffalo. The drums are similar. I mean, a lot of the drums will have designs. A lot of them some of them are painted, some of them are dyed, some of them are plain. After the physical building of these drums, there's the creation of the drum's spirit. The community gets together. We have a feast to honor the spirit of that drum. Each new drum gets its own ceremony, with an older drum there for guidance. We would usually have another drum that's already been made sitting there to honor this new upcoming of this new grandfather being brought into our world and into our community. In Mole Lake, Michael Lodholtz, Newswatch 12.
Anyone looking to see the drummers in action can join the powwow festivities at the Strawberry Moon Grounds in Mole Lake at noon tomorrow. A loon has made a full recovery. We'll explain how he was rescued just in the nick of time after the break.
Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Bone and Joint Walk-In Care.
Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
Look, we knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie. I'll make sure our police have the resources and training they need to keep our community safe. And that our communities have the resources to stop crime before it happens. I'll bring back manufacturing. And I'll pass a middle-class tax cut. And if that's too scary for Washington, then so be it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Protecting your cargo is a must, because most times, it's more than just cargo. It's the memories, friendships, and adventures that are built with it. The late nights and early mornings. The races and renovations. From hitches to ratchet straps and everything in between, we've got what you need to get your cargo there safely. Secure your passion with 11% off Tow Smart, Smart Straps, and Cargo Smart products at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
When I first moved here to Wausau from Madison, downtown was the very first area that I looked at, and I was shocked at the unavailability of housing opportunities that was there.
The mall as it is no longer viable. That has changed. It's changed across the country, and it's our turn to change what we have here into a new vision.
My hope is this is something that the Wausau community comes together to do what they always do, which is unite behind reinvesting in Wausau and making it a great place to live, work, and play.
These are actual crime scenes across Wisconsin. Yet Mandela Barnes supports defunding the police.
The minute you talk about reducing a police department's budget, then it's like all hell breaks loose, and everybody acts like you're signaling Armageddon. But that's not the case. It's about reallocating funds.
And where did your tax dollars get reallocated to? More police security for Barnes. Mandela Barnes. Less safety for you, more for him. Wisconsin Truth Pack is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Get up to 50% off list prices or more at our Labor Day mattress sale at Slumberland Furniture. Like this special purchase Sealy Posturepedic for just $5.99, or this ultra firm Sealy Posturepedic for $10.99. For your easiest shopping ever, Slumberland Furniture.
Brought to you by Lockview Desert Health Center, Eagle River, and Waters Meat.
It took a village, but a nonprofit has helped an injured loon make a full recovery. A 22-year-old loon from Seven Island Lake is now back home with his mate and chick. The Raptor Education Group brought in the loon last week to remove a lead fishing jig from his gizzard. The lead sinker was in his digestive system and he had lead poisoning. He was entangled with fishing line that he could not have gotten out of without some help too. The loon would not have survived another day with the lead in his bloodstream, but has now made a full recovery. We'll get one final look at the forecast after the break, but here's this week's edition of Big Ol' Fish.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
All right, I got a question for you. What is the best way for fish to find their way to Canada? Well, to follow the northern pike, of course. All right, well, let's get on with this week's Big Old Fish. We start off with Finley Dietrich. Now, he was fishing with his dad on Lake Lucerne in Crandon, and after waiting patiently, this 2-year-old angler, yep, you heard me right, I said 2 years old, caught this dandy rock bass. Now, obviously, he's very excited, but he's not too sure about grabbing it yet. That'll come with time, but I'll tell you what, that is one big old fish. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. Next up on this week's Big Old Fish, we have Walter Bathke. Now, he was fishing the south end of Trout Lake, and he was using simply a hook and a worm to entice this 20.5-inch, 6-pound smallmouth to bite his line. Well, just look at that tank. There's no question about it. That is one big old fish. Way to go, Walker. Keep on reeling him in. And finally on this week's Big Old Fish, we have 5-year-old Porter, who was fishing for crappies with his grandpa on Lake Wausau when he saw his bobber go under. Well, then he grabbed his pole and the battle was on. And it was a heck of a battle. His mom even had to hold on to him to make sure he didn't go for a swim. Well, anyway, after a long fight, his grandpa netted the beast, and then there were lots of giggles and smiles had. Because a 32-inch northern is, in fact, a big old fish. Way to go, Porter. Keep on reeling them in. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Northern Taxidermy fish meal is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
No one goes all in on made-from-scratch freshness like Papa Murphy's. Because when you go all in, people notice. Go all in with the Triple Pet Pizza for just $11.99. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Think crime is bad now? Mandela Barnes would make it worse. Barnes would eliminate cash bail even after the Waukesha Christmas parade attack, supports amnesty and sanctuary cities for illegals, and had worked for a radical group that wants to defund the police. Barnes has a long record of smearing police while spending your tax dollars on security for himself. Mandela Barnes, wrong on crime, dangerous for Wisconsin. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Lance Truck, Lance Truck, we got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Nobody has more used trucks all on one lot, all priced to move. So when you're ready to buy your next truck, know that all Lens trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move.
We got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Waiting for a great deal on furniture? Well, this is it. Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. And shop the deals that are up to 50% off. Mattresses too, with some up to 50% off. Don't forget, mattress shopping is uncomplicated and fast, only at Slumberland. Come see how. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
Like most people, I bust my butt day in and day out. I earn every dime of my paycheck. It's the Wisconsin way.
But Governor Tony Evers supports paying welfare benefits to people who won't work, even after they turn down job offers.
That's a disgrace.
That's a disgrace.
It's a slap in the face to hardworking people like us.
Tony Evers should know better.
Tony Evers should know better, but he doesn't.
Tony Evers, our failed liberal governor.
No one goes all in on made-from-scratch freshness like Papa Murphy's. Because when you go all in, people notice. Go all in with the Triple Pet Pizza for just $11.99. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Put your cornhole skills to the test at the Northwoods Cornhole Classic Saturday, September 17th at St. Germain Community Park. All skill levels welcome and pre-registration is appreciated.
Well, today's Friday Night Football, Jeff. How's it going to look for them?
Oh, we got some issues. We got some rain showers out there across our western counties now, but it's kind of going to overspread the entire area tonight. Slowly, here's the radar. And again, like really slowly moving from west to east. So it's raining now, western Vilas County, all of Price County, and that's going to move toward everyone tonight. So once that happens, likely some rain showers this evening. A couple games will probably be impacted by this. There's no severe weather in here, but you get under a couple of these. Definitely some heavy downpours in there with some lightning right now around the Prentice area. Temperatures, though, behind the front, we're talking about 50s, and that's going to be our world tomorrow. In fact, we're going to struggle to get out of the low 60s for highs tomorrow and Sunday before a nice recovery Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday.
Definitely a fall-like weekend.
It's going to feel like it, yes.
Well, that's all the time we have. We'll see you back here tonight, and we'll have your results for Friday Night Blitz.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio.
If you're looking for a budget-friendly dinner that you can have on the table in less than 30 minutes, then you're going to love the Veggie Pack fried rice that we're making today. You can even add your own touches to it to make it your very own.